Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be looking at the Microtech Sigil. I have here the OD green color, the full plain blade. This guy is from July of 2017, serial number 1153, and this is the Mark 6. I know with the Cypher also they have the different mark. I think the current one is Mark 7. I'm not really sure if that means it's the 6th or 7th version of the knife or if it has some other significance. So you can see this guy has a worn cliff blade, meaning that the blade, the spine of the blade slopes down to give you this really big cutting edge right there. They have their proprietary hardware on the pivot and on the screws that hold in the backspacer. This knife is titanium, the titanium show scale and titanium lock side. It is a frame lock with lock bar insert. It's got a nice pocket clip here that fits in well with the aesthetic of the knife. I really like these, I don't know what to call them, these milling grooves on this side and even more on this side because they're all the same. Over here you can see a couple of them are deeper than the other ones, but this guy has you can open this with the flipper here, which is actually really nice. Some of the higher end knives like my Shirgorovs, they have the same kind of indent milled out of the handles right where your finger goes to flip it. So really smooth action. This particular guy I got in a trade. There's a problem with it though, as you saw there. I flipped it open. I had to give it a little bit of oomph. So if I use the, it didn't work. Whatever. If I use the side of my thumb to open it, as you can see, the lock bar doesn't want to fully engage. So this guy will be selling on eBay tomorrow because I don't really want a defective knife, but don't worry, I made sure to mention that in the description. But that didn't stop people from bidding on it, so I was glad that happened. The grain's not too bad. It's a really, I mean, this guy's flawless. He's got no scratch or anything on him. Really pretty on the handle. Backspacer's nice. I like the same color. Symmetrical there. You got lanyard hole in the back. Let's see what else. I do like the Microtech's Wharncliffe designs. This is also very similar to the Wharncliffe blade on the Cypher with this large hole. This is a large cutout. They have that on the Cypher too. You can see this guy has some nice jipping up here. It's a comfortable knife to hold. It's a really nice size. Overall length is 8.75 inches, so that's like my sweet spot for knives. I'm not a really big fan of smaller knives, and some people might not like big knives, but this one I don't think is too big. As you can see, if I hold it, it's perfect grip for me. There is this choil up here, or at least it goes into the choil, that you're like, oh, it's nice and round. I can put my finger in there, and you can, but you gotta be careful because there's no stop between this choil and the blade. So while it is perfectly carved out for a finger and fits very well with my pointed finger, if you got big fingers, it's gonna chop your finger. So I don't know, it's kind of a design flaw in my opinion. This guy has a nice, I don't know if I'd call this a stonewashed or a satin finish, honestly. It has the stonewashed appearance, but the texture of a satin finish. So probably just go with stonewashed. This is it is a little plain for me design-wise. I hope this is not the last Sigil I own. I don't plan on getting one very soon after having this one, but I'd like to have one in the future. So like we said, we had 8.75 overall inches with the handle length at 4.5. So good range. And blade length of 3.75. So again, I think this is a good size for me. Full plain edge. Handle thickness is just over 1/2 inch, so it's not too skinny, but it's not too bulky. It's not like a Benchmade Adamus or anything like that, where you're gonna really feel it in your pocket. This guy's pretty slim, both in width and thickness here of the handle and the blade. So this weighs 5.2 ounces, so the titanium shed some weight there. Let's see if we can. There we go. You can see in there that it's grooved out a little bit, skeletonized, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see if the face. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, they did a good job of really milling out the inside of these handles or the scales, whatever you want to call them. So they've tried to shed as much weight as they could wherever they can. And that's appreciated. Some of these bigger knives can get a little bulky or heavier in the pocket if they're not milled out. Like the out the fronts, like Combat Troodon, those guys get pretty big, pretty hefty. But that's also what they're designed for. Got the hollow ground blade right here with kind of a little baby swedge right there. I think that's a nice touch. Let's see what else we got. The blade material, yeah, you got a manhandle lock bar if I open it slow. See if we can get a shot of it right there. M390, that's what Microtech's making all their knives out of now, which is supposed to be a really high quality steel. This guy will run you about $390, $400. I know they make there's a version that has a brass show scale that one's I think 500. So just like most Microtechs, you can get different versions, and depending on the quality and the materials, they will be more expensive. So that's one of the things I do like about Microtech is while they do make a lot of production knives, and there's of course the Marfion Customs, there's not only the Signature series out, but you can they make a lot of variations of their knives, so it's pretty easy to be unique with whatever Microtech you get. Just make sure we got all the right stats. I think we did. So yeah, this is a Microtech Sigil, one of their newer knives. I'm a fan. I do like it. Like I said, this guy's gonna be passing through my collection pretty quickly here, so I wanted to get a video out before I lose him. But I would definitely consider getting one of these in the future. But I got my eyes set on some different stuff right now. I should have a review of the Microtech Stitch out in sometime before the holidays, as well as both my Shirgorovs, my F95 and the Neon Light that I just ordered today from Recon One because I was perusing their website and saw they got them back in stock, so those are probably all gone right now. But yeah, this has been the Microtech Sigil.